you, what up? Welcome to my channel. Welcome back. Today is another episode in what's new in makeup for the month of July. We're almost at the end of July, but there's still new makeup coming in. Okay, there's lots of launches, and in this video I'm gonna be piling all of this onto my face. As always, I come prepared with my notes. I have a very specific order in which I applied everything to my face today to produce this look that I quite like, actually. I quite like, but you'll have to watch this video in its entirety to really see how it went, okay? With that said, remember to subscribe if you aren't already, notification bell, and that's pretty much all I have to say. Let's get into this video. First item on my list is not new to me. I've actually already tried it. I cheated, I tried it, and spoiler alert, I really like this new one size primer. This is called the Oil Sucker Extreme Mattifying Alkaline Primer. So now this is supposed to mattify super oily AF skin like mine and probably like yours. If you're watching my channel, chances are some of you are oily AF like me too. This primer really is the one. It really does work. I always forget one very important part, which is to shake well before using it. So I applied it to the center of my face without shaking it, and it's kind of like contracting my whole entire skin surface. It feels like that Peter Thomas Roth mask, the one that I reviewed that everybody said was not for me, but you can definitely see how it's just contracting my skin surface and it's making it so matte. This is crazy. Anyway, after you shake this product, you're supposed to apply a thin layer to just the oily areas. So I'm gonna apply this to my forehead. My forehead is always oily. And then you're supposed to let this primer set for like at least 3 minutes. So I'm gonna move on to brows and to other things. I'm gonna let this set for more than 3 minutes. That's what I've been doing in my real life, and that's how I find that it works the best. So I'm gonna move on to brows. In the brow category, we have a new shade from Dominique Cosmetics Brow Blade. It is actually called the Brow Frame, but it looks like a blade, so I call it a blade. But it is their iconic pencil, and the new shade is Natural Black, which is perfect for me. Although you can't tell, but my brow hairs are naturally black. And so I always have to use a cool brown, or in this case, a soft black pencil to shape them. So I'm gonna do just that. This is a really cool product because, like I said, it has that very unique blade-like shape. If you haven't seen this before, on the other side, there's a really convenient spoolie and also a sharpener for the blade in order to keep it in this diagonal kind of shape. So anyway, this is perfectly sharp, so I'm not gonna use it right now. This is actually the exact color of my brow hairs. You probably can't even tell that I'm adding it on. So this is probably what I would use if I wanted my brows to look their most natural and not filled in, but sculpted. You see, there's no difference in shade, but there's a difference in shape and fullness. Now I am gonna use this little spoolie just to soften some of these lines. We don't want any harshness. Oh man, this is perfect for me. I love this new edition of this particular brow shade. I feel like not everybody gets it right, but Dominique and team have definitely gotten it right. My face feels so tight and so snatched. I mean, you can see the lights just reflecting off of my forehead because it is so tight and snatched. Okay, so now I'm gonna continue with the brows. I have 2 brow products, brow gels that I wanna test out. One of them is from NUDESTIX. It is the Brow Set Gel XL. And the other one is from the dupe brand Miko Beauty. And this is called the Extend Brows Treatment Gel Clear. Why is it a treatment though? Instantly lifts and holds brows, supports hair health, nourishes and conditions. I see. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a dupe for Kosas, judging by the packaging. That's what it's reminding me of, and they're known for duping packages of popular products. But if that's the case, I'm not actually a fan of the Kosas Brow Gel. It's not strong enough for me, but I'm gonna test it out anyway. Yeah, this looks very similar to the clear brow gel from Kosas. I'm gonna test it out on this brow. So first I'm gonna brush back the hairs just to see if there's any sort of grip, stickiness, or if this is gonna be one of those products that I hand on over to my sister who has finer brows. I don't know. Yeah, it definitely holds the brows together, though I'm not certain that I can actually stick the brows to my skin with this product. I can kind of glue the brow hairs to themselves, which is nice, which is kind of what Kosas does. So it definitely does remind me of that one. So if you like that one, you will likely like this one. But I'm gonna move on to the other one. Where did I put it? Ah yes, right here. The NUDESTIX is a long-wearing medium hold clear gel that grooms and set your brows in place. They said it, medium hold, so I'm not expecting it to be strong hold. Okay, and it has a brown tint. Still a gel, but definitely has that little bit of color to the gel. I will say I don't prefer a tinted gel for brows, unless I literally want to match my brow hairs to my hair on my head, which I never really do. But if I wanted to do that, I'd probably use a tinted brow gel. This is okay. I would say this is light hold, not medium hold. It's not really holding. It's kind of just grooming, but it looks nice on camera. I'm not gonna lie. Actually pretty decent. You know what? Maybe my brows don't need to be glued down every time. Maybe I can keep one of these. I don't know. But they do look kind of nice. I'm learning something here in this video. Let's move on. For concealer and for foundation, I'm gonna use something that is trusty. I'm gonna go for the Armani Luminous Silk, just because I wanna show you what it looks like over the primer, because the primer is really what we're testing here. Or rather, we're not testing it. I'm actually showing it off because I've already used it, like I said. Spoiler alert. I'm gonna swipe this foundation across my skin, concentrating mostly on the perimeter. What is that? Oh, it's a big giant cat hair. That's what that is. Excuse me a minute. I'm gonna use the other side of my IT Cosmetics Complexion Perfection brush just to kind of go around my baby hairs that I laid down so nicely. Bro, I gotta say, the fact that I did not shake that primer is making my skin feel so incredibly tight. I don't know how long this feeling will last. Typically, if I do shake the primer, which is what I have been doing, it doesn't feel as extreme, but I really like the feeling, so I'm not really mad at it. So in the case of the Peter Thomas Roth mask, where it literally lifts your skin, it gets rid of any under eye bags, wrinkles, things like that. This primer is a little bit different in the sense that it smooths the texture of your skin. So not the volume per se, but actually just the fine texture. So things like pores, things like fine lines, like right here in my 11s, I don't see any lines at the moment. In fact, it is extremely smooth. I think it even smooths out the bumps. I know that this is not the claim of this primer, but like I said, it does have that unique quality. So now that I have like a very basic layer of foundation on, I'm gonna conceal. And I did get my hands on a few more shades from DANESSA MYRICKS. Thank you, DANESSA and team. I'm gonna use the shade 5 that I've been using for my under eye, which is like a bright, light medium peach undertone. And I'm gonna use shade 6 to conceal some spots. Even though my skin is kind of on the good side, there's a few spots to conceal. Just a couple of acne scars here and there. I'm gonna use this Pat McGrath brush for the spots. This is a great brush for the spots. I don't remember the name, but it has that fingertip shape, but smaller than the Rare Beauty one. So really just ideal for spot concealing and concentrating that pigment. Guys, I'm kind of excited today. I just booked a solo trip to a place where content creators in my category don't typically travel to. In fact, I have not seen any content creators travel to this particular place, but it is a place that is special to me because it is a place where my cousin was born and is from. However, she no longer lives there. And so for her birthday, we are going on this little girls trip. But since we're traveling from different places, I am traveling solo, and her mom, my aunt, she's also coming with us. I'm trying to convince my mom to come, but this place is very far, and my mom is not up for a long, lengthy trip like that. So I'll tell you more as I get closer to the date, but I'm just excited. I booked my tickets today, and I'm like, I can't believe I'm doing this. I've been wanting to go there since I was a little kid, because that is where my cousin lived when I was a little kid. Anyway, so now I'm blending out the concealer with the Rare Beauty brush that I was talking about earlier. And so now for reference, I'll just show you. I'll probably link both these brushes below. This is the difference between the two sizes. This is the Pat McGrath Precision blending brush for spot concealing. And this is the same brush essentially, just a little bit less firm and obviously larger. This is great for the under eye. So notice I didn't apply any concealer or any foundation to the center of my face where I have my freckles. I really like how my freckles look in the summertime. They're a little bit darker, even if my skin isn't much darker, but the freckles are for sure always a little bit more sun-kissed. They're a little bit more prominent, and I appreciate them so much. I never really disliked my freckles, but now I'm kind of obsessed with them. Like, I love them. They're so cute. Concealer is on. So I'm still gonna use that powder from RODIAL, the one that I raved about in my recent Faves X Fails video. This is a unique powder, pricey, for sure pricey, but it's cool. It's very skin perfecting, and right now that my skin is good and perfected, I'm gonna perfect it even more. I'm gonna set my under eye and just like my pore zones with this powder. And then for the rest of the face, I'm gonna use the new Rare Beauty press powder that I already reviewed in my previous video, but I'm gonna use it again just because I really like it. But you should watch that video in its entirety because it has a pretty amazing wear test. The shade that I'm using here is light beige, but I found that I can also use almond in the perimeter of my face because almond is a little bit closer to my actual undertone than this light beige, which happens to be like a peachy neutral. But almond is a little bit more tan than I currently am. But like I said, the undertone matches, so it kind of works. Shoot, so I started setting my face and I just realized I have some cream products to test. Bear with me. I'm gonna reach for my cream products. First of all, I did promise you guys that I would test out this new SAIE bronzer. This is a liquid bronzer with a super cool applicator. Like, have you seen an actual bronzer that comes with this little lip wand doe foot applicator? I have not. It might be the first time that I'm seeing that. I know this is supposed to be like a gel consistency, but I'm gonna be very sparing with it. I'm gonna apply just a little bit of product here and there. Almost don't want to apply this to my cheeks because I did powder that down. I'm gonna apply a little bit to the outer corners of my eye and let's see what happens. Okay, so this shade is called Spritz and I have another shade called Swim, which actually is a lighter shade, but I just went for Spritz. I don't know. You actually can't tell in these frosty packages which one's lighter, which one's darker. They're pretty similar. But anyway, all right, let's go ahead and blend this out. I'm actually not sure if this sets quickly or not. I don't know if I should use a large brush or a small brush. What to do, what to do, what to do. I'm gonna use small brush first. Huh, did you see that? Definitely a unique gel to balm melting finish, but very cool. I would have never thought that this kind of consistency came out of that bottle. Kind of just going on a whim here. Let's use a larger brush. Oh, this is actually rather pigmented. The one thing I will say that I don't like about the doe foot applicator is that it applies a minimal amount of product. So it's good for smaller areas like your nose, but for larger areas like my 5 head, you kind of have to spread it out and then work on blending it. So it isn't the most intuitive method of application, but the color is stunning. And the finish is very, very dewy. It's very glassy, it's very beautiful, it's very believable. I can't believe it's taken me this long to actually try out this product. It's been sitting in my basket for, I want to say, at least a month. But man, this is so lovely. I could probably even blend this into my hairline. Because of that unique gel consistency, I could even probably go over my baby hairs without disrupting them. Look at that. Kind of genius, kind of genius. And then whatever's remaining on my brush, I'm gonna gently tap over my cheekbone. You see what I'm doing? Just to kind of bring everything together, but I'm not gonna go crazy because like I said, I did powder this down already. But the Rare Beauty pressed powder is set to be flexible too. You can apply cream products over it. But this is looking so nice, I don't wanna do any more. All right, let's do the nose real quick. All right, camera cut off, but the nose and under the lip is blended out. And now I'm gonna move on to something else that is very exciting for me. The new blushes from Mario, and also the new blushes from Lunar Beauty, aka MaryamNYC. So now the Mario blushes you have seen before, but this is the summer collection, so there are new shades. They are super vibrant, very, very summery. We have this beautiful, beautiful bright pink. We have this gorgeous Paradise Pink is what it's called, but this is like a corally pink. We have an orange, and we have like a guava color. These are also stunning. And now from Lunar Beauty, these are set to be incredible. And you guys, I swatched these on my IG stories the other day. Gonna pop in the swatch. These were out of this world. These were out of this world, buttery and stunning. So I definitely wanna use kind of like similar shades. Perhaps this Pumpkin Poppy from Lunar and this Papaya Pop from Mario. So I'm gonna do one on each cheek, obviously. I'm gonna start off with the Lunar Beauty Pumpkin Poppy. I'm gonna add 2 little dots. This is my first time trying it, by the way. I'm gonna use my favorite liquid blush brush, this one from Polite Society. Nope, from Half Magic. I always get 2-word brand names confused. Oh man, do you see what I'm talking about? This is incredible. This is makeup-y in the best sense of the word. It is so pigmented. The color is absolutely stunning, especially for the summer. And you guys, I'm applying it over powder. Look how sickening this is. This is absolutely unreal. I am gonna tone it down just a bit so it could be a pinch more wearable. So I'm gonna apply my Rare Beauty powder right on top because why not? You could do that. I definitely do wanna tone it down right here. But absolutely stunning. This is the type of shade that I would love to do the underpainting method with because it is very bright and it is also rather orangey, but stunning, stunning, stunning application. And I heard it is waterproof. All right, so now on to the Mario brush. This is a similar color, though I can't say they're actually the same. I'm gonna try a different cream brush, this one from Milani. Very similar color, but the finish is a little bit different because it has that balmy, dewy finish. It has a little bit more shine as opposed to totally matte. And so it brings back a little bit of that gloss to the skin. You see it right here, clearly. So now I gotta make a match. So I'm gonna add a little bit of gloss right here, just so they could be even, but damn, that looks so incredibly bright in my monitor. Sweetie, that is a lot of blush. That is a lot of blush. What if I just dab a little? I never ever do this, but I think applying these blushes over powder was clearly too much for my face to handle. So now, even though I really like the way the skin is looking, outside of just the sheer pop and sheer amount of pigment on my cheeks, I'm gonna try to tone it down with foundation. Ooh, here goes nothing. I think that actually worked so nice, you guys. Holy shit. I could probably even like bring back some blush if I wanted to. I'm telling you, these blushes are definitely not for over powder, but they are stunning. Okay, I did it. So now I'm just gonna attempt to bring back some color here. And I think, I gotta say, I like the way that looks. Although it's a lot of layering and a lot of like just stuff happening on the face, I'm not gonna set it. I literally already set everything. I applied the foundation over my powder. I don't think I need to set anything any longer. I'm gonna go for the dew. I'm gonna stick with the dew. These blushes are promising. I have a new highlighter to test out, and it is also cream, and it is also from LYS Beauty. There's 3 shades altogether. There's a warm bronze, a rose gold, and a champagne. Of course, I'm gonna go for champagne. Packaging is, as you would expect it, triangular. And here is Shade Brave. Oh wow, that is so creamy and soft and smooth. I would have definitely liked to apply this on my bare skin without any powder, of course. So I'm gonna have to go very gently with my finger and kind of use this as a gloss, like a glaze, just like that. And honestly, no more than that. This is an absolutely beautiful cream highlighter. The shade is so flattering, so universal. You can concentrate a dot, like a spotlight of product, or you can blend it out for a more glossy feel, which I prefer on the cheekbone area. Probably even like dab this on your forehead, just for like a bit of that spotlight, a bit of that golden glow. And honestly, I'm looking like a Santorini sunset. I'm liking the way this is looking. Granted, I'm still testing new makeup. I'm trying to see what's new in makeup, what's up, what's good. I'm trying to see which of these products are pairing well together, how I would pair them together. And this is definitely a lot of makeup with the primer, with the foundation, with the powder, with the cream blush, with the gel bronzer, then back to foundation, then the highlighter gloss. This is a lot of layers, and I would definitely strip down the layers if I were to recreate this makeup look. I would do it much simpler. I would probably underpaint everything and then just add a little bit of foundation on top to even everything out. Or maybe just concealer, I don't know. But still, these products are proving to me that they are working really well together and they are flexible. I mean, look at this cheek. Pretty impressed. Next up, ta-da! An actual pot of gold from Natasha Denona, the golden palette that I've been meaning to test out and share with you guys. Oh, this is just so incredibly stunning. And this reminds me of one of those outfits that was worn to the Met Gala. I don't know. This is what the palette looks like inside. Super gorgeous. Again, Santorini Sunset. I'm coming for you next year. Really beautiful nude shades in here. I see some sparkly shades, definitely some metallics, but at least 4 unique sparkly shades. I'm thinking, I'm gonna dip my finger into this shade here called Cava. Oh my God. This literally looks like the color of sparkling water during sunset in the Mediterranean. I mean, absolutely exquisite. It looks wet, it looks rich, and it looks expensive. The shade is so soft. Oh my gosh, shade Cava. You are everything. Now, this is one of those shades that you can't dupe with a ColourPop palette. You can find some golden tones that are close, but the sparkle and just the unique spacing of the sparkle once it lands on your eye is very signature of Natasha Denona. Oh, that wet effect is just so stunning. I don't want to do any more. I don't want to do any more. I think I'm gonna have to leave this palette for another video, or maybe, just maybe, I'm gonna dip into a matte. Let me do that just for the sake of this video so I can say I at least use 2 shades. I'm gonna dip into this one here called Teak. It's like a tan, light brown, nude. Remember, I did apply a tiny bit of that SAIE bronzer right here to this area. So now I just wanna set it and I wanna deepen it a little bit. Stunning. This is like God tier of an eyeshadow. I don't know what more to say. It is just breathtaking. I have no words, only feelings. And now I don't even know how to move on from this feeling to the next product that I'm about to test. Are you ready? Once again, I'm reaching for Australia's dupe brand, Miko Beauty, and I have two mascaras here. A tubing mascara, which is supposed to be an award-winning tubing mascara, and also a waterproof full volume mascara. I'm gonna test both of them, one on one eye, of course. Just look at the packaging. The waterproof one is black, the tubing one is a black brown, doesn't matter. Here's the wand, tiny little non-brush silicone bristles. Not my fave because they don't disperse a lot of product. You have to constantly dip and re-dip. I will say this does smell pretty good. It smells floral, perfumey. Not that you need to have scented lashes. Application is pretty precise, I would say. I'm not hating it. I would say this is not a dramatic lash. It's not a full volume like they said. It's kind of like an everyday lash, if you will. Just very clean, very, very defined. This does not make the lashes clumpy whatsoever. I don't hate it. All right, so now let's test out the tubing mascara from the same brand in the shade Black Brown. Ooh, I do like the wand. It is a classic long skinny wand, which picks up a good amount of product. The shade is definitely more brown than black brown. I can see the difference clearly between the two. I would classify this as a cooler brown. And this is supposed to be one of their best sellers. Yeah, this is another potential for an everyday mascara. I don't know the price, but I presume it's not very much. Cute, I kind of like them both. They feel similar outside of the wands being very different. I'm not sure how waterproof this really is or how tubing this one really is, but so far they look good. They give the same effect to me. Kind of clean, kind of natural, defined lashes, good for every day. Let's move on to the final category, the lips. You guys are probably wondering what's on my lips, and it is this Lawless nude lip liner. I'm gonna reline with it. This is a very, very soft traditional pencil liner that I just reached for earlier in the day, but it's stuck around, so I'm just gonna reline. All right, so now for the lips. I definitely want to test out the new Mario Bursting Lip Balms. These kind of remind me of the MAC Juicy Lip Balms, the ones that you've seen break off on TikTok. These are supposed to be similar to that, but I also have some lip balms from Lisa Eldridge. So let's go for Mario first. Let's go for this orange shade called Tangerine Glow. We also have Cherry Glow, Pomegranate Glow, Watermelon Glow, and Strawberry Glow, but I'm definitely gonna go for Tangerine. Now it even has that clicking thing. And apparently, you're supposed to be kind of gentle with it. Oh yeah, this is exactly like that MAC Balm. Kind of like a gloss actually. It feels very, very minty on the lips. You can definitely see the color, which I appreciate. And I mean, it makes your lips look so wet and so juicy. The only thing is, it tastes like crap. And it has that string. So let's see if I can remove some of it. Better, but not as juicy. So you see the dilemma with this one. I like it though. I'm definitely gonna keep using it. You know what? I also really want to test out the Lisa lipsticks. These are called the Balm Embrace Melting Lip Color. So this is also supposed to be one of those balmy types of products, which I think are so popular for the summertime. These come in the traditional gold packaging that Lisa's lipsticks are known for. It's kind of how I recognize them in my stash. I have 3 shades here. Metropolis, which is a brown, but perhaps a sheer brown. I also have Meet Cute, which looks like a nude, very peachy nude, beautiful nude. And last but not least, I have Sweet Fig, which is like a plummy brown, like a figgy brown. All right, I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna keep the lip liner, bear with me. I'm gonna go for Meet Cute, the nude at first. Oh, this is exquisite. This reminds me of the MAC Luster Finish from back in the day. It's semi-sheer, but definitely very comfortable on the lips. I like the shade. I'm gonna try shade Metropolis, the brown. Oh yeah. I actually don't know if anyone has done a semi-sheer brown lip color like this. It is so perfectly 90s. Oh, I love it. This is also super shiny, not as glossy and as juicy as the Mario / MAC lipstick, lip balm, gloss, you know the product. But this I would say is a lot more wearable. It's just a lot more flattering looking on the lips. It feels very thin, so it's not sticky. It feels very comfortable. I really like this. Lisa, I like this one a lot. It's unique and it's different, and the shades are stunning. All right, so now that I've done all that, allow me to introduce you to the final look. She is giving Santorini Sunset. She is giving juicy, golden, glowing goddess. She's giving apricot, perhaps a little papaya. She's glistening, and she's very glam. Even though I was not trying to go for glam, I was just trying to test some makeup to see what's new and what's good. But this look altogether feels a little bit on the glammy side, even though there's not too much eyeshadow, there's no eyeliner, there's nothing super, super dramatic about this look, but overall, it is very glowy, dewy, glistening, and of the moment. Just because the products are of the moment, these are literally the current products that are out right now, and this is how they're performing on the face altogether. I will say the one thing that surprised me a lot was the SAIE bronzer. This was something different that I hadn't really seen before. This was the first product that added that dew, that very natural, very pretty, realistic looking dew to your skin that just elevated this whole look. I will say I'm very intrigued by the blushes, both from Lunar Beauty and from Makeup by Mario, just because of the pigment, because of the sheer amount of color and fun that it brought to the look. The only thing is, like I said, I would definitely probably underpaint with these and apply my concealer or foundation on top, or go very, very sparingly and definitely not over the Rare Beauty powder. I really am super impressed with Lisa's lipstick balms. These are beautiful, just such a flattering texture, such a pretty finish, very unique compared to some of the things that we're seeing right now. Obviously, NATASHA DENONA Golden Palette has got my heart. I love golden eyeshadows. I love gold. I love anything gold. I just like to be dripping in gold, so this is definitely up my alley. I can't say that I am hating these brow gels from NUDESTIX and from MYRICKS Beauty. No, they did not glue my brows down to my skin, but they kind of glued them to themselves, and it definitely made my brow look more groomed. So I especially appreciate this one, the Kosas dupe. Even though I think this is leaning a little bit better than the Kosas dupe. I don't remember Kosas grooming my brows this good. So this is definitely a contender for a keeper. Really appreciate Dominique Cosmetics Brow Frame Brow Blade Pencil, especially the new shade. That seems to be perfect for me. What else? The LYS highlighter, I almost forgot to mention it. So glistening and glowing. Beautiful. And obviously, last but not least, the One Size primer. This baby, if you are an oily skin gal or boy, you need to get your hands on this. This is insane. This is incredible. It makes you matte, but then it doesn't matter what products you put on top of it. Basically, this blocks your oils from seeping through and ruining your makeup. It also kind of tightens the texture of your skin. So if you have acne scars or if you have bumps or small pores or whatnot, this will definitely smooth them. So to me, this is an incredible product, something that I'm gonna reach for on the daily. I'm excited to pair this with my DANESSA MYRICKS Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. I'm wondering if those two will even work together, but that's a story for another video. On this note, I'm gonna wrap up this video because it is already entirely too long. What do you think of my makeup?
A little bronzy. A
little?
A lot. Like you're working for LeBron James in the Olympic team this year.
What? LeBron's James?
Yeah, your name should be LeBron's James. Because you bronzing.
I'm LeBronzin', okay.
That's my corny joke.
Wow, LeBron's.
Actually, I don't particularly like it.
You don't? What don't you like about it?
Too bronze.
Too bronze? It's the summertime, baby. Come on now. I'm gonna wish you guys a farewell. Thank you so much for sticking to the end, for watching this video in its entirety. I will see you in the next one. Be sure to leave your comments below. Feel free to DM me on IG, on TikTok, wherever. I love to interact with you guys and I hope to hear from you. Peace out and I'm out. Deuces.